Yeah, any lady there? The lady by the aisle.
Completely unrelated to Red Dwarf. What was it like doing a kids' TV show?
Which one? I've got several.
Oh, the one on the BBC, so what?
Oh, the Story Makers. No, that was great. They just said, oh, we got this show, and I went and, I shot 65 episodes in 3.5 weeks. And it was going on cable, and like halfway through its run on cable, it was then shown on terrestrial, and it's been very popular, and in fact it was being repeated for the last 6 months or so on BBC Two. Yeah, it was on every morning. It kept going. I said, hold on a minute, I was trying to do the sums, and I said, hold on, I did 65 episodes, and I was working it out in weeks, and it worked out that the time that it was on, it must have been going around in a loop, because it was more than 65 episodes. So I don't know what they were doing, and then all of a sudden it just came off, and then MI High came on, the repeats of the first series of a show called MI High, which is a children's drama. That's in it. I'm just filming the second series now. I'm on my last week. So it's another guy with a funny hairstyle. But apparently, MI High is doing very well too. It's like, yes.
If you were still in Red Dwarf, would you still be the cat, or will you just be fed up?
Would I be fed up of the cat? No, I think there's always something new the cat can get up to, Well, I mean, anyone that's in the show for 8 seasons, really, I don't think they can really be fed up with their character. I think the thing is to just keep trying to find, find new avenues, find new ways to do it, along with obviously the writing. But the cat evolved over those 8 series as well, so he wasn't, he wasn't really the same guy in Series 8 as he was in Series 1, because, I mean, I think he matured with everyone in the show and every aspect of the show. The writers matured, different things come into the show, life experiences changes the way you think, and obviously it will change the way you write, and how you saw the character last season may not be how you saw it this season. And even just working out new things to do will you can change characters to, suit how you think at the time. And I think that, just evolved and matured, I think that was the main word I'd use. The cat matured over 8 seasons. It was a bit more puerile, is the word. And the next question, please. It's my man from Chicago. Last saw him in 1994 at the convention in Chicago. Crazy man, what's he doing there?
What else am I going to do? Yeah, I love Red Dwarf, man. Is there anything that you would have liked to have done in Red Dwarf, like anything you would like to have happened to the characters, or the plot that just never ended up happening?
Well, there was a cat episode written. I've still got the script at home. In fact, it was actually written by a guy called Kim Fuller, who wrote the Spice Girls movie, and who is the brother of Simon Fuller, who owns Pop Idol. Yeah. So, wasn't it? Who is it? Well, it was, no, that rewritten. Kim Fuller did the rewrite, sorry. I stand corrected. It was, John Mackay originally, Kim Fuller did the rewrite. And it basically, the idea was that it would have cost so much money to shoot that episode, and it wasn't within the budget of the series now to because we were going to see his bedroom, and it was going to be this enormous, you know, plush place, and I think they were going to transform the foyer of the Midland Hotel in Manchester, if I remember rightly. Yeah. Yeah, so, you know, there was always, you know, possibilities as, you know, that he was going to, and in fact, Dwayne was going to reappear in that episode, you know, trying to tell the cat how to, you know, how to pull women and stuff. Yeah. It was going to be like a James Bond kind of episode.
I'd take you Winnie the Pooh's advice on how to lose weight.
Sorry?
I said that'd be like taking Winnie the Pooh's advice on how to lose weight.
Exactly.
Hi, Danny.
Hello.
Hello. I want to take you back to the musicals. Which one did you like? Starlight Express or Cats?
Well, both. I did 6 West End shows. The 2 you mentioned were both by Andrew Lloyd Webber. Starlight Express or Cats? Well, they were both based on things that I really enjoyed. Roller skating, I enjoyed. I used to go roller discos all the time. Then, to my astonishment, you know, they was doing a show on roller skates. I thought this is a joke, and I you know, sort of thought, well, that's my gig. So I just went there and I thought, yeah, I'll, you know, this is one. If I don't get this, I'm going to leave the planet. So, you know, and Cats was, if you're a dancer, I think, you know, Cats is probably one of the.
Which cat were you?
Which cat? I was choreographer at Mistopheles. You know, I was dancing the lead in Cats was daunting because it was choreographed for Wayne Sleep, who's about 1.5 foot smaller than me. He was like a little whippet on crack. So you can imagine, it was all choreographed for him, you know, and he can turn like a revolution, obviously twice as fast as I can, so it was really hard getting my bigger frame around his choreography, you see what I mean? And I remember my first night doing it, and about a quarter of the way through the routine thinking, oh shit, I'm not going to get to the end of this. So, you know, heart was like, and I hadn't even got to the difficult part. Yeah, it's daunting, it's like you in the middle of the stage and no air in your body.